Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special showcase we're going to look at some of the Decepticon Generation 1 gift sets. This is another great idea from one of my subscribers, as I've recently done some of the gift sets from the Michael Bay movies. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a quick look at them, we're going to see which figures we're in. There's two Japanese exclusives down at the bottom, and mainly we're going to have a look at the artwork on the back of them. So the first two gift sets we're going to look at are the ones on the left hand side. The one is Menasor and the other is Predaking, and they were both released in 1986. So some of the figures are missing, but that's because they're out on display. So I'll bring this box set down, and this is the standard Hasbro version. So we've obviously got everything in the English language, and as you can see, Motormaster and Wild Rider are missing. But the good thing about this gift set was the fact, as I say, that you can bring all the Stunticons together and combine to form Menasor. Now, because this was 1986, and as I say, this is one of the main reasons why we're looking at this, it's the artwork on the back. And we've got one of the original battle scenes there, and that is of course where you've got the Dinobots with the Insecticons and Shockwave and of course Jetfire. And the other good thing about these gift sets were it was the only place you could obviously get your tech spec for Menasor. There he is. Obviously, if you brought the individual robots, which of course you could do in their individual packaging, you wouldn't be able to get the Menasor tech spec. So this is another little gimmick, I suppose, or another brilliant reason why they made it beneficial to get the gift set. As I say, 1986 there, one of the Scramble City ones. This was released in the same year. This is a Japanese only exclusive. And again, this is now a combiner, the Predacons combining to form Predaking. Totally different style of the gift set. As I say, the figures, you can't see any of them, there's no window. The artwork on the front is fantastic, and what you've probably noticed with the Japanese stuff is the fact that you get a D for Destron. So as I say, they've got all the numbers, and obviously they're all ascending right up until you get to D78, which is of course the full combined form of Predaking. Now, unlike the Scramble City robots, you couldn't put them in any order you wanted or as any other limb. And here we go at the back, we've got the other battle scenes. We've got the Metroplex and the Tripticon battle scene. But I mentioned about the tech spec a second ago with Menasor. This, obviously there, the Predaking tech spec, this was the only one available, as I say, because this gift set was not released at the time with Generation 1 in, of course, the mid to late 80s. It was only available in Japan, so you could only get the tech spec for Predaking if you lived in Japan. Of course, they rectified that and did a release of a reissue of a box set, 15-20 years later, but at the time this was the only place that you could get your Predaking tech spec. Moving on to King Poseidon, as he's known in Japan, but obviously Piranacon in the UK and US. So again, you've still got the same theme as the D, and of course they've got all their individual numbers again, and they all ascend up until you get to D318, which is of course King Poseidon. Now the ironic thing is, I know I've got a figure missing from down there. I've got Nautilator, and the even more ironic thing is that that figure wasn't actually even included in the Hasbro version. So in the Hasbro version of this box set, which was obviously just your Piranacon, you just had the figures that you could see right there. Obviously I do have that figure, he's just out on display. And if we spin this round, I've already done some of the artwork and some of the actual flyer from this gift set, but here we go. If we have a look at the back, you've got that lovely Super God Master Force artwork there at the back, and as I say, in the West we know it as I say, the Power Masters and the Pretenders, but in Japan it was known as the Super God Master Force artwork because that is the cartoon they were running at the time. So at the back we've obviously got our 7 tech specs, because we've got all 6 Seacons and of course Piranacon. Again, this was just a very good and a very quick idea to have a look at some of the Generation 1 box sets, because I did some of the Michael Bay movie box sets a week or so ago. These obviously again aren't all of the box sets that were available at the time. Gift sets, box sets, there's obviously far more. I'll try and get some more done soon, but keep your suggestions coming and take care.